everybody, welcome to Jacob's Quest, and today I'm like a week late, obviously, or at least like 5 days late or something. So I went on a trip to Disneyland. I had to fly across the country, and I've been gone for the last like 4 or 5 days. I've missed several things, and sorry if my voice sounds a little weird. Anyways, so yeah, I got a lot of catching up to do. So I have already seen this teaser trailer. There was no way I was gonna wait like 5 days until I could come back and record a reaction to it. So this is going to be more of a breakdown than a reaction. So the Kenobi breakdown trailer. I know I'm super late on this. You've probably already seen several videos about this, but I want to do it. Here we go. All right, let's press play. Okay, so first things first. Yeah, we got the same little, I think it's called an Eope, this is the same thing that he had at the end of Revenge of the Sith. A lot of people on Tatooine have those little creatures.
The fight is done.
And yeah, he seems to be, I don't know if he's working as a butcher or if this is just some kind of trading post where he's getting supplies, you know?
We lost.
Going way out in the outskirts on his own. And yeah, shots like this here, I'm getting a lot of Last Jedi vibes, which makes sense, right? Because he's a lone Jedi in solitude, and he's gonna grow out his long hair and beard, and like, you know, so yeah, a lot of Last Jedi similarities are gonna be happening, at least visually. You know, and then here, of course, we have a young Luke just sitting atop the little dome here, and it looks like he's imitating some pod racing going on.
Stay hidden.
And he's still using the old school Jedi binoculars. That's pretty cool, or whatever they're called. And of course, the Lola, you know, the thing that made everyone like stand up.
To hunting Jedi.
Okay, and of course we get the voice of the Inquisitor, and we see, I forget the name of this facility, but this is where all the Inquisitori are trained, and basically their whole home base, which is actually, you see this on Jedi Fallen Order, the video game, and it's basically it's like on the moon, one of the moons of Mustafar. It's where they do all their stuff.
This patience.
Okay, so yeah, we got here, let's rewind that a little bit. We got to talk about this. Okay, so you know, this, for, you know, several days after the trailer came out, this was the giant thing that everyone took away from this trailer, you know, except, you know, forget all the awesomeness that we saw. This was what everyone was concentrating on. And look, I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw this, you know, this is supposed to be the Grand Inquisitor, who we know was the main villain of the first season of Rebels, where he ultimately died. When I first saw this, I was taken aback a little. I was like, you know, like a lot of people, I was like, oh, okay, that's where they're going with this, you know. And some people got a lot more upset than I did, like a lot more upset. And yeah, I think it looks strange, and I think that there are even some pretty simple things you could do to make this look a lot better, you know. And look, on Twitter I saw people getting mad that people were mad, and then I saw people getting upset that other people were upset that other people were upset, and it was just like this cyclone of people getting upset about each other, and it all centered around this image here. So yeah, just my take is, look, yes, it looks strange. It's a kind of a strange decision to not, you know, put at least some sort of CG. You know, you could just do it with CG. You can, like, you know, change the shape of his head even slightly, and give him the yellow contact eyes, and it would look a lot better. It just would. That's just an honest opinion. It would look better. It would. But also at the same time, I don't know, I'm an adult, I guess. I'm like, okay, it looks weird. whatever. I don't care that much. It's, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many more important things in this show that, you know, I'm not gonna waste my time getting upset at the Grand Inquisitor, the way he looks in live action. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much more going on here. Why would I let this be the focus of, you know, of this show? You know, it's like one character. I don't care that much about the Grand Inquisitor. I'm sorry. You know, so I guess on kind of both sides thing. It's like, yes, it does look weird. They could make it look a lot better, but also, is it really worth getting that upset about? We're gonna see Hayden Christensen and Vader and Obi-Wan coming back, and who cares if this looks weird? Whatever. That's my opinion.
I cannot help what they are.
But what he's saying is really cool. Oh, and this right here, this underwater portion of the base, and you can see a couple of the other Inquisitors. I think the two on the sides here are the new characters, and the one in the middle, of course, I think that's what, the fifth brother that we see in Rebels.
Their compassion.
Yeah, someone in the town center got hung, probably for hiding a Jedi or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Leaves a trail.
And of course, we have our Uncle Owen.
The Jedi code is like an itch.
So something attracts the Inquisitors to Tatooine, and now we see the other Inquisitor that we saw on the home base. Now she's on this other planet, so it looks like the show might be following several Inquisitors on several different planets, which is pretty cool. But I'm wondering what is going to be the event that triggers, you know, a notice on Tatooine. You know, what's going to be like, oh, we got to send someone to Tatooine, something's happening, you know. So I wonder if Obi-Wan kind of slips up a little bit.
Where is he?
Okay, yeah, so like he's looking for someone specific. By the way, I think he looks better in this shot than he does in that other shot. So I don't know. It's not too late to make him look better, just a little bit. Oh, and one more thing, sorry. Some people, I think the internet can get really silly. Some people thought that, like, oh, is this Boba Fett? Is this Temuera Morrison's head? No, that seems silly. But also, if you look at the back of this guy's head, he's got some sort of metallic, almost cybernetic pieces going on the back of his head, so it wouldn't be Boba Fett. So let's go. And then here we go, our first image of the fifth brother, and, you know, kind of very similar to the Grand Inquisitor. It looks like they took a lot of the alien aspects out of their face, and they just made them look like humans with paint on their face. You know, and I think that's really the main thing, is that both the Grand Inquisitor and the fifth brother, they just look like human beings with paint on their face. It doesn't look like they have any kind of prosthetics on or any sort of CG that was done to make them look more alien. It just looks like it's paint. So that's a strange choice, I think, especially considering that, you know, at this point, after Book of Boba Fett, we've had several characters who are very alien looking, and, you know, they can talk and act and all this stuff. So why are these characters just look like humans? Like, I don't know, kind of a strange decision, I think. But anyways, so and, you know, we see I forget what her character name is going to be, but I think people have said she's the third sister. We see her facing off against someone here. People thought that this was Han Solo, which, I'm sorry, but no, this is not going to be Han Solo. If I remember correctly, Han Solo, this does take place after the Solo movie, I think, or maybe even at the same time as the Solo movie. But either way, why Han Solo did not come across an Inquisitor and face down against an Inquisitor. That didn't happen. You think about like how silly that seems. It's like, okay, this is just somebody else with a blaster. It doesn't, you know. In fact, it's probably Obi-Wan right here with this blaster that he's holding right here. You see how Obi-Wan has this blaster in his hand, and he's shooting at a couple different people on this rooftop? That's probably all that's happening here. So you know, why is I guess he's using a blaster to kind of lay low, maybe, but you know, something's going on. And there we go, Obi-Wan Kenobi, May 25th. Okay. So yeah, you know, a lot of talk was about this Grand Inquisitor look, and like I said, you know, I kind of went over it, but just I think there's so much more to look forward to that I don't care about that, you know. And also I think he's using a blaster because that way, you know, creatively they can be like, okay, well, when he does finally pull out the lightsaber, it's gonna be like a really epic moment, you know. So they don't want to have it happen constantly, so he's probably going to be using a blaster a lot more than people expect, you know. Which I'm sure will be even more callbacks to be like, it's not as loud or clumsy as a blaster, you know. So I'm sure he's going to be like using a blaster but also hating that he has to use it, which that's going to be pretty funny. But yeah, there's so much going on with this Kenobi show. In fact, there was recently a Hollywood Reporter article about the Kenobi show, and that is going to be a separate video that I will upload probably pretty soon after this one. So yeah, we'll look at that. And yeah, it sucks. This came out literally like the day that, hey, I have to I have to get ready to go on a flight. I have to pack, I have to do all this stuff. I don't have time to do a reaction to this, so obviously I'm very late. But anyways, I had fun, very excited for this. Yeah, pretty cool. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.